if I were to see him, I think I may feel the same way I feel about Starro, where I'm just like, I'm dead.
Hello, Point 3 Podcast. Spider Brando here, back at you with Funko Lou to my left and Hero Scroll underneath to dive into part 2 of the DCEU tier list. Not only is this part 2, but some exciting stuff. I have no idea what suits for tier listing. Hero Scroll is the only one that knows because he was the one assigned, or the one that decided to make the list. And I'm excited. How are you guys doing on this fine Monday of recording?
Got DC running through my veins, baby.
Me too. I got vengeance running through mine.
Ooh, he's not on here.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
That's why it's running on my mind and through my veins, but not. I don't know where I'm going with that.
It's okay.
Boys.
Well, what I can say though is that there will be a version of Batman on this tier list. But if this is your first time in our tier list videos, we're just a quick breakdown. We got 15 designs. We're going to be ranking them in our tier list. Let's go ahead and pull that up. At the top, the tippity top, you got 0.3 certified. That's where you want to be. That's your S tier, right? Then you got your A, your B, your C, self-explanatory. Our D, the bottom of the barrel. The heck is this?
Oof.
That's where you don't want to be. That is 0.3 infamy. That's
I'm
where
ready
you get
for
one
it.
of these, and you don't want that.
You
don't want that. Not at all.
Definitely don't want that.
No, you don't even get a chef's kiss. Nothing. No love. But once again, 15 characters. This is part 2, like Spider Brando said. So if your favorite DCEU design isn't on here, it's probably on the first part. So go watch that after you've watched this. So
I already have my first deck is this, and it's not Starro.
Yeah. Fun note, Starro's on here twice because for some reason the file just decided to come in twice because Starro, I guess, does that wherever he is. So, but first and foremost, since we have vengeance on our mind, maybe we have a little bit of Martha on our mind too.
Oh,
right. We got Armored Batman from Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. We've ranked, I think, literally every other Batman suit from the DCEU except this one, and I was like, that's a criminally bad thing. So let's fix it. What do you guys think?
First off, when I do think of this suit, I think of that image where it's like above him and you're like looking down and his eyes are lit up, and then you kind of have just like, it was cool. Like it bleeds cool. Haha, no pun intended. But when you really break it down, I'm like, dog, this is like Iron Man 1 level, like Obadiah Stane in a way. I don't love it when you look at the images of this. In action, it's cool, but this is like mid-tier in my opinion.
Ooh. So
I'm actually going to lock it in with a big old C.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Spider Brando.
Well, definitely ain't no A or 0.3 certified for me.
Oh my God, you guys are breaking my heart.
Just do the voice changer real quick. If we're talking about voice, then this is the 0.3 certified, but
I can't do that voice.
I know
it's try, but I can't.
It's about part of the suit. I don't know what to say.
I'd say it's either B or C. But I'm gonna lock in with C because I'm not the biggest fan of it either.
All right, bring us home, Hero Scroll. Why do you like it?
I was gonna say, Spider-Man, really quick before I say why I like it. Why don't you like this suit? What's wrong with it?
It's just like too clunky. It doesn't really scream like Batman to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I get Batman has a shit ton of suits, and especially like Lego Batman, he's got a suit for freaking every type of need out there. but those all scream like Batman. This is just like an Iron Bat. You get Tom comments out there calling him Iron Boy Jr. This is just like Iron Bat Jr.
Iron Bat Jr.
Now, Hero Scroll. Any connections to the Frank Miller 1986 Batman that this is inspired by?
Yeah, there definitely is, especially with like the shorter helm or the helmet and its shorter ears, and the whole design honestly is an homage to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an A. I really like this design. It's simple, but I feel like for what Batman, especially this version of Batman, was going for, it's what it needed.
Fair.
I kind of get the Iron Man comparisons, but is it so bad to be compared to Iron Man? You know what I mean?
No,
And it
not
even
at all.
feels like it doesn't feel like it's Iron Man. It feels more like, remember the bulky Iron Man suit in 3? I forget what the name of it was.
Oh, yeah. At the end when they're on the ship or by the
Yeah.
shipyard or whatever it might be.
Yeah, that's what this feels like. And I like that.
It's definitely bulky. I'm looking at it right now. I guess it fits.
It's
It's
not
the image with this logo.
I'll give you this. I'll give you a B. Final answer for me. I'll give it a B. I'm still a sucker for the eyes and the luminescent that it has. Like I think that's awesome. The
eyes
helmet
are
and the
the best
cowl,
thing.
like in the ear height,
Best thing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Spider Brando is a B okay?
I'm fine with a B.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Let's do
All
it.
right. It's a good first first costume. Next up, we got a design from Black Adam. Won't be our last one from Black Adam.
Let's go,
We
baby.
got Hawkman.
Oh, don't get me started on this one.
How do we feel about it?
No, Hero Scroll. How do you feel about this one? How do you feel about this one?
This is the sturdiest A that's ever been out there. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with this costume at all, but I feel like it's missing just that next thing to make it 0.3 certified. It's like the
It's
cup
sexy.
of A. Yeah, but it's like it's A. It's A plus for me.
Dang. I will say this is one of the first things, like when I saw the Funko and figures that came out for this, I was like, this is a must.
Yeah.
But seeing it in live action, like when he spreads his wings and just opens it,
it looks fantastic.
Oh my gosh, it looked good. The wing, the detail, that's the thing for me. Like when you get in this and like it's a battle armor type suit or costume, whatever it might be, helmet to boots, sleeves, weapon, everything. Like I really, really, really like the detail of this. The only thing that I don't like about this, and where I'll agree with you and say it's an A++, I do not like the red tights. For that is one thing that sticks out like a sore thumb to me, and I can't really say like why, but it bothers me when I look at it.
It just feels like it shouldn't be a red tight.
Yeah.
It looks a little goofy, especially for him, for this character who's so serious and like, you know, very much like the he follows the rule book type of guy. Why would he put on red tights? I don't know. And I know that there's some versions out there that have it, but it's not, I don't think it translates as well.
In red. Green might be a different story.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Even like just like black or gold.
Yeah, honestly.
Like it's a weird material. I don't like how open the front is, if that makes sense. Like I was just kind of like plain. Like if they had something like almost like Deadpool, you know how like he has like his straps that come across that kind of cover up that, or something along those lines. Like even if it was gold and it kind of like framed his like quads.
I was gonna say they kind of should have.
Yeah. Yeah, wrap some of that gold that comes down the side of the leg, like over and in and then down. I would have liked that. Even if it was one leg, it feels too plain.
Yeah.
I'm going A.
I'm A.
Yeah, I'll third that. Again, this is like so close to being 0.3 certified. Like it's so good though. Especially when you watch this movie, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
A movie that nobody watched though, Shazam: Fury of the Gods. We're talking about that costume design, and I'll go ahead and say it. It's better than the first one.
I like it better than the first one.
I just don't know where I would put it because I'll be quite honest. I've never been a fan of Shazam's design. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it as to why. It just feels weird to me. Like his little weird cape and
hood.
Type hood thingy.
Yeah.
It's one of those designs I've just never liked. And this is a nice suit live action, but I don't know. I would say B, but I feel like that's my personal bias talking.
If we were talking in Alex Ross art, that design style, fantastic. The sash, the cape over one arm, the lightning bolt, how it fills the chest. That's the thing that bothers me with Shazam. It's his lightning bolt. And from 1 to 2, 1 I thought was stupid. 2's better. But this leaves a lot to be desired, and I think it just needs to be more prominent and really capture that essence of like the Captain Marvel that you always see in the comics. This was just a little bit
Yeah, I feel like it just kind of looks like besides the cape, it just looks like a Flash costume.
Yeah.
But it's still really good. That logo, I think if that logo was bigger, it would have been 0.3.
Yeah.
I like almost that more of like when Captain Marvel almost looks more 50s inspired than kind of like this modern take that all of the other kids got as well. That's maybe the other thing that kind of holds us back for me is like everyone just looked like they had the same exact thing with different color, and it was just felt kind of watered down.
Yeah. I stick with B.
I'll go B.
To be or not to
or
be.
not to be.
This will be though. This will definitely be a B. Starro, Suicide Squad. Our first kind of like giant kaiju in the DCU.
Yeah.
Our only kaiju in the DCU from what I remember as well.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about Starro's design?
I had no idea what to expect going into the movie. So I didn't even know Starro like existed. But I thought it was pretty cool. It's a freaking giant ass starfish that's pink and blue with the eyeball. I'm putting it in A just because of pure imagination, and I don't know. I messed with it.
I'll agree with that. Especially like the only other comparison that we probably have on this scale is maybe Shumagorath in Multiverse of Madness. And then the animated version, but from a live action standpoint, like Starro's looking pretty darn good.
Yeah, I mean, you look good. They did the CGI pretty well.
Yeah.
It looked menacing. I was scared.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be scared if I saw it in real life.
Yeah, who wouldn't, honestly? I think what brings him from an A, though, to a 0.3 for me is how well they kind of do the like cosmic horror type thing with him, where, you know, he's kind of like shooting out little tentacles and then his legs and body just kind of open up to shoot out his little tiny starfish mind controllers. I don't know. I feel like it's 0.3 certified just for that reason alone, because I genuinely feel like I could see Godzilla fighting this.
Fair point.
From how good it looks.
I mean, we all kind of like had a positive. I'd say put I'd let's put it on the board. Let's put it on the board. Maybe I'm in.
All right, Starro.
Put him up there twice.
Right, put him and his little son, whoever this is. Next up, I'll be honest. I feel like another 0.3 coming up, but before we do, let's talk about him. Blue Beetle from Blue Beetle.
Come here, son. Where are you? Not a
It's
day
so
goes
mint.
by. Oh, legend.
So mint.
Is this an easy 0.3 certified?
This is the front
100%.
at the front. Oh my gosh, one of the best live action suits. Period. Battle damage. Period. New. Period. In motion. Period. Fighting. Done.
Suited
looks-
up. Period.
Oh, dude.
It
So
was
good.
amazing.
It's one of my favorite ever across most mediums.
Yeah.
They took all the greatness of like how good it looked in Injustice 2 and just said, turn it up.
Yeah.
Just turn it up. And they did. I'm sad I missed out on all of the Blue Beetle pops.
I bought them all. That's why.
I'm sure you can still find them. My local GameStop has them.
GameStop. Yeah.
Probably.
But I agree with you 100%, Spider Brando. They honestly said they took a look at Injustice 2 and said, that's a great design. How can we make it look good in live action?
So smart.
And they tried so hard, and it works so well because every time this full suit is on screen, it looks amazing. And then when he's transforming the weapons, and oh my god, I want more of this suit.
Oh, 100%, dude. I simply want to see Blue Beetle show up in the DCU just so we can look at this again and be like, oh, like it's back. It's back. Weird question. Would you guys put this over any Tom Holland Spider-Man suit?
Yeah, yes.
Let's go, baby.
Over
Yeah,
any?
Any.
Yeah. Yeah. Night over 100% over Night Monkey.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, this crushes a lot of suits, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and this has, and maybe one day we can eventually do a live action costume tier list. We'll have all these repeat ones that we've done before. This is gonna be up
we should
there.
do a tier list of all the 0.3 certified ones.
Ooh,
100%.
We should.
I'm in.
Honestly, this is probably going to be at the top of a lot of them.
Yeah. What real quick before we move off of this, what's your guys' favorite part of the costume or suit? Like when you look at it and you think like that's the best chest.
I was going to say neck up. The mask.
Face mask too.
Yeah.
For me, it's the face mask.
Everything. Everything about the suit is just beautiful.
What I like is it seems a lot darker than like some like cartoon or comic depictions of it. The eyes with the blue, like they made a really good decision to choose more of a black face, but outline it with a lot of the blues. But those eyes just pop.
Agree with that.
Yes. Again, very Injustice too. Like because
that's why like even. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Say like the contour on the chest of just like the chest is a little darker, or like the outer side of the chest, like a light blue, so it makes it just like pop.
Yeah,
and just at least in this picture that you have up here right now that I'm looking at,
it's a color scheme.
Great, yeah.
Those two up there are 0.3 certified. They picked the right colors.
They did. I mean, honestly, that's what a lot of these costumes are, though. Like, especially some of the better ones, it's color scheme, you know, aside from just the design itself. So,
could be the original, guys. I think we could have the original Ted Cord.
I'm excited to see what they do with his, though. Like a better version of it.
I hope they modernize it.
I do too. And
I don't need the tip 2.0 out here.
That I don't want. I don't think anybody wants this next guy, though. Killer Croc. Suicide Squad. Can we go ahead and put him where he belongs?
That's Killer Croc. Oh,
yeah, this is Killer Croc.
Yeah, dude. The heck is that?
I'm confused as to what they were trying to go for with this Killer Croc.
At first, I thought it was like Solomon Grundy type thing from Just with the texture. Oh, to me, I was thinking it looked like a Snape and Solomon Grundy mix this entire time.
I mean, fair.
But like, did they run out of budget and they're like, shoot, we can't finish the head. Give him a hood. Like, just keep the hood on him the whole time.
Give him a hoodie and put it the whole time so we can never have to see his skin or tail or anything. Give him a hoodie, put him in clothes.
Dude, I guarantee you he's the one actor that they were like, yeah, makeup and wasn't bad. Like, I didn't spend as much time in the chair as everyone else. And like, because they did 25% of your body, just neck up. I mean, I'm sure this took a long time still, but
it doesn't look
underwhelming. Good. No.
Like, kind of like Spider Brando said, it doesn't give Killer Croc. It doesn't give that impression. I feel like I could show someone who's never seen this movie, right, and knows nothing of the DCEU, but was a Batman fan, and I'd be like, hey, who is this? And they'd be like, I don't know who that's supposed to be. Because this guy looks like he could be in a movie about zombies, and he's like a super infected guy.
Yes. Like District 9 stuff. He could be an alien, just mutated.
This design sucks. Like, it's bad.
Is the lizard from Tasm more of a Killer Croc than this?
Yes.
Yes.
Because at least he looks like a lizard. You know what I mean? Like, for as weird as he looks, at least he looks like a giant lizard. This guy doesn't. He looks like a dude. He looks like he has a severe case of psoriasis.
Yeah. Honestly. When I heard Killer Croc was going to be in Suicide Squad, I was like, sweet. And when I saw this, I was like, no.
Moving on. Deathstroke.
Oh.
From the ending of Justice League. From Josh Whedon's Justice League.
Yeah.
This is a good design for Deathstroke.
Can we count Mask off too?
Yes.
Because my boy Slade looked good. I don't think you can ever go wrong. I mean, I'm trying to not like raise my hand this way personally. I'm 0.3 certified on this, no questions asked. You have to talk me off.
I'm also 0.3 certified.
Pressure is on now.
No, I agree.
Oh, I thought you were building it to say no.
No, I agree. Okay, question though. Is this better than Arrowverse Deathstroke design? Because here's the two big differences.
Okay.
This one definitely is busier.
Mm-hmm.
More like tactile.
Yeah. And the Arrowverse one is not. Which is not a bad thing at all. I just think they're just as good. They're just both sides of the same coin, where one is like a simplified version and this one is like, give Deathstroke every weapon under the sun. Boom.
So I will say I like the Justice League one simply based on the helmet. The helmet feels a lot more sinister and assassin-like, where the Arrowverse one just feels like this guy could check in and like save 40 goals on a Friday and then like assassinate someone on Saturday. Like, he's just, I don't know. It's a good goalie mask. I don't know.
Fair point.
I'm team Justice League.
Yeah.
And I'll never say that again, by the way.
Yeah, that
it only applies to this. It only applies to this moment right now.
Yeah. I remember being so hyped up when I saw this in theaters and Deathstroke came out. Because it looked good. He looked good. And we'll never get him again.
So good.
No, we're definitely not. By the way, for everyone who missed our news last week, that script
in the trash.
Gone.
That's also how I feel about the next pick. Enchantress from the Suicide Squad.
The heck is that?
Yeah, I second that. Uncle Lou?
You say that
let
or
me get a
C.
close up. Let me get a close up. Let me get a close up. I forgot about this one for good reason. The heck is it?
I think this is. I know we had some bad designs on our first tier list, right? But to me, this feels like the worst of the worst that the DCU had to offer, even worse than Killer Croc. Because while Killer Croc is bad, once you kind of know that it's Killer Croc, it kind of, you can see it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, okay, I get what you're going for. It sucks, but I get it. With Enchantress, it's just like, what were you trying to do? I understand she's supposed to be this like ancient evil spirit, but
No, not like this though.
yeah, not like that. That looks bad.
It's a weird time for design language though when this movie came out. Like I'm sure that they all, I mean, a lot of people loved enough to put this in theaters, right?
Yeah.
But like just across the board, the costume design for majority of these characters was just like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Why? Nobody wants that cut, by the way.
Nobody. Burn the air cut.
Don't say it, Spider Brando.
I wasn't
Don't
gonna
you
say
dare
it.
say the R word.
I was looking at it and I saw the
like, release,
the look in his eyes.
Release it.
No, I'm looking at how bad Enchantress is right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the air cut can't save her.
No.
But release it anyways.
I said this about Harley Quinn. On part 1, especially her little booty short design. It really feels like someone was in the meeting and they're like, hey, our villain's gonna be this ancient spirit. She's a woman. She's like this 10,000-year-old spirit, and she's gonna be evil. She's gonna kill the Suicide Squad, and they're like, cool. And then one of the board of the directors member was like, can she be sexy though? Like, can she be sexy? Can we have her in like just bra and panties? That's it.
This is a 90s WWE match.
Yeah.
Add it up.
Guys, it could be worse though. Believe it or not, it could be the Legends of Tomorrow Enchantress, who
I don't know
is
that.
just very just unique. Just can't get much plainer than that. Like that's pure like Renaissance Fair cosplay level. Like I'm a level 40 like mage witch something like it just.
Oh yeah, she looks like she was at a Ren fair.
100%, dude. I bought all the jewelry.
Yeah, what the heck, man?
So maybe this was an upgrade for them. They're like,
You know who had a good Enchantress design though? Injustice 2.
Would you look at that?
Just follow Injustice 2, in other words.
Follow their lead.
Follow. This next one kind of did. I'll be honest. Dr. Fate, Black Adam.
Oh my god!
Can we go ahead and just
do it? This dude went hard. Oh my god!
This is insert Homelander clip of perfect, like out to the last minute detail meme. That's what I feel about this Dr. Fate costume. And what makes it for me is this helmet. This helmet is so cool because half of it is like a normal human face, half of it is not. It makes it feel weird and like mystic. I love this design. 10 out of 10 design.
And Black Adam was a bad movie. Anywho, this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
This is like even when he took the helmet off and he was Pierce Brosnan, I was still looking at it the whole time and I'm like, you look so good. Like he just looked good. He even looked good carrying it in his little limo, and I'm just like, put it on. Just put it on. And he did. Oh my god. I kid you not, for all of you watching, if you know me, I love comparing everything I possibly can. I instantly forgot who Doctor Strange was. Someone's like, "Would you like? Is he better than Doctor Strange?" I was like, "Who?"
Me too. I
I
swear
was
to
like,
God.
I only know Doctor Fate. Did we just see the same movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Spider Brando.
I was as one who watched Black Adam like super late into the game after its release, and when I saw Doctor Fate do his thing, I was just like Luke. I just didn't care about Doctor Strange much.
Yeah.
Just everything. I was just thinking like, dude, oh my god, he's so good in the movie. He's
so
so
good.
beautiful. His magic, everything was just
Best character.
not
in
even
that
the
movie.
suit, just his whole design of best design in the movie.
And it was never ruined with VFX or anything like that.
No.
Whenever he was doing his thing, you know, sometimes you get that and it looks like warpy or rubbery or something along those lines. And
Yeah.
it was like, eh. Or even with Cyclone would spin and you look and you're just like, okay, that's cool. But then you see her standing there and I'm like, that fabric looks way different when it's in motion than now. And like, it kind of is off to me. It's kind of nitpicky, but
This was nice.
very.
I could.
Dude,
I think we
so
could
much
sit here.
details on the whole freaking
There-
all the hieroglyphs on there. Just
Yeah.
beautiful.
And that's what I was gonna say next. The Ankh on his like chest coming down,
Mhm.
but they made it look like it's connecting part of his costume together. Oh
Mhm.
my god! This costume is so good.
But like the subtle, here's my thing. Everything about it like has good like curves and edges to it, and it looks like it's flowing. So when he's doing his signs and moving and all that kind of stuff, like it feels like it's in a different world. But when you get close-up shots of the suit and you look at like the detail of it with the gold lining, and it's not a full-on muscle suit either, but it's just enough
Yeah.
that like if I were to see him, I think I may feel the same way I feel about Starro, where I'm just like, I'm dead. Like when I see Fate, I'm like, I'm just dead. Like you just look too cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. Like I can't beat you.
This
Well
is such
done.
a good design.
Oh my
I
god.
agree.
Well, I people rag on this movie, and in some parts I get why, but I think between this tier list and the last one where we ranked Black Adam's suit, you have to give props to the design team. They made this movie look good. It's a good looking movie.
Oh yeah. I just
Very,
say we even got Hawkman up
very.
at A there too.
Very. Yeah, that's.
They almost had 3 freaking 0.3 certifieds.
I put Atom Smasher like decently high as well. Like I thought it was a cool suit. It felt probably the more generic out of all of them, but
Yeah. But he still felt good. Yeah.
even with his Deadpool eyes.
Even 100% because they just said copy paste. Next up, we went from like a great high, and now I feel like we're about to crash into Earth hard. We got the Flash suit, but we got Barry 2, his suit, which is basically like a Batman costume that he rigged into a Flash costume. Fun fact, I couldn't find a better picture than the one that you're about to see on screen now. It looks super goofy. It was either that or the McFarlane toy, and I feel like the McFarlane toy is even uglier. So I hate this design, but I don't know if it's enough to give me like the heck is this, because I kind of see what they're trying to go for. I just don't like it, is the thing.
I would throw it in C.
If I had no context, I would say the heck is this, but I do.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, I mean, it looks different though when they're fighting against Zod and the Kryptonians in a weird way when he's like at the end.
Yeah.
Like I swear it's a different suit where it's more detailed.
I'm pretty sure it is.
For no reason though. Like there's you have no idea why, but once he puts the cowl on, there's just something very strange and subtle. Like the yellows are yellower, the blacks are more defined. Like it's like someone went over it and they're like, wait, cut. and then they redid it and freshened it up, and which would be very on brand for the Flash. So there's a 99% chance it's probably true.
Yeah. It makes me wish they would have done an homage to Red Death, like the Batman Red Death.
Which, dude, why do we always have better ideas than what they actually put in the theater for $200 million? It's you get me fired up here, dude. The heck is this? I don't even care.
I'm gonna leave it at C because it just feels too spiteful. But man, they had such a good chance. They could have given us a Red Death, and then they were like, "Here you go, have fun."
Instead they saved it for CW for 30 seconds.
Red Death.
No spoilers.
Red Death Funko. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Such a cool concept, though.
It is. Imagine, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Next up, Darkseid from the Snyder Cut. Spider Brando, I'm gonna throw this one to you because I don't think I've ever had your opinions on Darkseid in general in the DCEU.
I liked his design. I'm gonna go with an A. No, I'm sticking firm with A. I didn't think he was that bad in
the
DCEU.
Snyder Cut version.
Yes.
You gotta look at the Snyder Cut version.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, let me do a double.
I think it's an A as well. I actually like it. My only gripe is that it's too dark. I can't see him.
I would be curious if you were to put that movie on and maybe like adjust the color, if he would look different. To me, I feel like if it didn't do that, he would look even nastier than. I would say it's a solid. Personally, it's a solid A. I really like it. Would I prefer if he was more like the OG? Yes.
Yeah.
But
if he had,
I guess like it was a good live action adaptation.
It is
what it could have been.
It is. I wish his blues were lighter, though.
Yeah.
Almost like that Apocalypse blue, where like you have a lighter blue shade, but then you have like some darker blues with it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. Like the gray can still be gray.
I'm gonna say A.
I agree. I'm with you.
I'm sticking it. Final answer with A after my research. Clarification.
Yeah, it's a good design. I wish we could have gotten one more movie with him and kind of see what they would have done.
Dude, they could have
cooked.
Darkseid's story could have been nasty and rivaled the Infinity Thanos story for sure.
Not if they stuck with what Zack Snyder wanted to do.
Though. Oh no. But like they yeah. That's a different conversation. Snyder never made it past 3 movies.
No. Okay, these next ones, I won't lie, I'm gonna have to find a way to put my personal bias aside. But guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. First up, we got Black Manta from Aquaman 1. I'm going to say it now. That's a 0.3 certified for me.
Ooh, how come?
Let's just talk about both. The next one up is also Black Manta from Aquaman 2. And both are 0.3 certified for me. I'll be quite honest. Because both are not only comic accurate, but they're kind of like how we were talking about Deathstroke and the Arrowverse, but done better, where Aquaman 1 is the modernized version of Black Manta's suit. And it's done so well. I love the giant pack. I love the bulkier head. I love how tactical the suit feels. It looks great in motion. And then Aquaman 2's is one of the best, like, strictly comic accurate suits where if you look at Black Manta, it feels like it should be just a skin tight wetsuit with a giant helmet. And that sounds so goofy when you think about it, but man, they made it look cool. Like every time I see him in shots of that movie, I'm like, oh my God. For both are 0.3 0.3 certified for me, man. I can't even lie.
I will go Aquaman 1. I will give an A. 2, I'm gonna go 0.3 certified. There's something about 1 that almost looks not cheaper. That's not what I mean. But given the like when I put context of the movie in, I feel like it would look a little more refined and a little more higher scale, even though it has that Gen 1 look of this is new. You know what I mean? Of like I created this, but I think that's what makes 2 for me 0.3 certified. I love 1. I love 1. When you look at that, it's unmistakably Black Manta. There's no way that someone they're like, who is that? Once you tell them it once, they'll know forever.
I'm torn. Not torn, but I really liked Black Manta's suit in the first one. I would 0.3 it. I got that Regal pop too, so I always has a special Black Manta. Got a special place in my heart. Granted, he's unmasked and like doesn't have the cool red eyes or like the mask, but I don't know. Like for me, it was very. I knew Black Manta a little bit from Injustice and just common knowledge DC, but nothing like too in depth. And when I saw him in Aquaman 1, I was blown away. All the photos I've seen from his Aquaman 2 just make it look like even better. So I'd say they both get a 0.3 for me.
Yeah, I kind of have to. I gotta agree, man. It's just that first one is so good in its own way, but I will agree that the second one is higher up. I do like the second one a lot more.
I'm sold on that. I'm sold on that.
Steppenwolf from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Huge difference between this one and Josh Whedon. I think this is the better one between the two.
Definitely the better one.
100%.
It's still a C though for me.
Whoa.
Yeah. He feels generic.
He's not generic when he's smoking on he's on Themyscira.
He still feels generic.
Oh, I was gonna say 0.3 certified for me personally.
Whoa.
I love the way that this looked. I love the way that this looked. I loved it. But I will say I loved it because of the visual effects that they added to it, not necessarily what it would look like behind the scenes standalone of whatever that was. Fair. But when it was like moving, and again, that like similar to what you said about Darkseid's armor with that kind of mother box-esque feel to it, the way it would shift and move, and the way that he just like, I love the muscle design that they had for him specifically. His face looked really good. His horns, like just the way his whole design was set up for me. I definitely would not say C. B, maybe I could just like, for me, it's just a personal favorite. He looks like you're a menace. Like he looks like a big bad to me. Like that look is very imposing, very intimidating looking character. And just from head to toe, I mean, I'm adding another intangibles now to some other stuff to why I think that, but I just think when you're looking at the movie, I'm like, damn, like my eyes are glued to him for a majority of the time he's on screen. I'll say A. I'll say A. I'll say A. It's not better than any of the other ones that are in 0.3, but I'll go above. It's for me, it's above Darkseid.
Oh wow. Okay. Brandon?
It's tough.
It's tough because I'm not the biggest fan. But I also don't know like anything about Steppenwolf or
no one does, so it's
I know like nothing about.
And after watching that movie, no one does.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm gonna go in the middle and just say B. So I don't know where that leaves it. I feel like that would just be.
I would say B. Average would be probably B.
B average.
Yeah. I'll put him at the top of B for you, because once you put it into perspective of how menacing he does feel and look, he does feel like He does feel like
It's-
someone the Justice League has to assemble to fight. I just wish he was a little more unique, but I guess he's unique enough for this universe. So
That
compared to
sums it up.
the
Yeah.
Whedon cut,
yeah,
this
compared to the
Snyder
Whedon cut,
cut,
this is
so much
Boy, I
better.
was so disappointed when I saw him in the first time around. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
yeah, that was not a good. I don't know what they wanted
No.
to do with that. Yeah, this is
What they
good.
wanted to do with that movie.
Well, let's move on
Yep.
because another movie we don't know what they wanted to do, but a very cool design. So, gentlemen, we might have to put our bias aside, but let's be honest, we probably won't. Supergirl from The Flash.
Oh, I won't give an explanation, but I'll say A.
I'll also say A.
I was leaning towards A.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. It's
I really like
missing
that.
something. I don't know what. It's missing something. It's either missing something or it needs to. I don't even know how much more simpler you can get. I don't know.
It's a very simple suit.
But I think that's what carries it a lot as well. So maybe it is missing something.
In a weird way, I almost feel like she needed a thin belt, some color around her waist.
Yeah. Good point.
I think
Because
that
she
or
doesn't
like
have, she has nothing from the waist down. There's no
Mhm.
boots, there's no red, there's nothing else. It's just like
Blue.
tights.
yeah, I was gonna say either that or like even at like where the red and the blue meets to have like I don't know, like a yellow or like something there.
Yeah.
Would be better.
I think it's an awesome suit. And I think it's an awesome design. And I think she totally crushed it in it.
Yeah.
And the one thing about this movie and why I'll give this like an extra 2 bonus points when they are in Keaton's Batcave, I hate the way everyone looks when they're just casual with their masks off or down. I think all the suits look terrible. She's the only one that looks good
With
when
the
they're
suit
having
on.
the dialogue with when they're all suited up right there before they go
Yeah.
through and do the whole waterfall thing and then race off to their death.
In motion, it also looks really good.
Oh yeah.
And I like the addition of the more red because normally with Superman and Supergirl you don't get as much red, but the fact that they kind of put it like on her shoulders and kind of like somewhat down her arms, that was a good choice.
Yeah, it was a cool suit. I think it might be a little skewed given the cape and looking at the front, but like when she's in motion though, it looks great.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
well, that's our tier list. That is our tier list. If you're new here, one thing we like to do is we like to go into the tier list itself and make sure it's in the right order. They're ranked in the correct order. So, starting with the heck is this? Bottom of the bottom, we have the 2 characters from the Suicide Squad, Killer Croc and Enchantress.
Really say your cut.
Oof. Like the Ayer cut. We're gonna cut that. No, I'm kidding. I feel like this is in order.
I think we can move it probably over a little bit and just leave a blank space first and then have that.
I wish we could. Next up, C, the only person in C, so he's king of C's.
Yep.
Batman, the Flash. That's the best way I could describe it. Next up, our B tier, we got Steppenwolf from Zack Snyder's Justice League. We got Armored Batman from BVS, and we got Shazam 2 Shazam.
Is it weird? The way that I feel about Steppenwolf is what I feel like you were describing with Mech Bat, Armor Bat, whatever we're calling him. I like him, but there's just something about him. If he were to change, I'd be like, I prefer this over. I don't know. I like Steppenwolf at the front, guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I think that order is good.
Poor Shazam.
Yeah, I agree. Poor Shazam, but I mean, it was Shazam. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
A tier. We got Hawkman from Black Adam. We got Darkseid from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we got Supergirl from The Flash.
Valid.
Lock it in, baby.
Yeah, I agree. Hawkman is definitely the best out of those three. Darkseid is it's really good. Darkseid, like it's a good first attempt at a Darkseid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This Darkseid is better than first attempt Thanos.
Ooh, how dare you?
And
I don't love the MCU.
I do.
Just kidding.
But it's true.
Channeling my inner comment section.
All right. Next up, probably this one will be a little harder. 0.3 certified. We have Blue Beetle from Blue Beetle. We have Starro from the Suicide Squad. We got Deathstroke from Josh Whedon's Justice League. Surprisingly, we got Dr. Fate from Black Adam. We have Black Manta from Aquaman 1 and Black Manta from Aquaman 2 and Black Manta from Aquaman 1.
I vote to put Starro at the end of this tier.
I agree. Starro, we love you, but
yep.
TG, go next.
Yep. Spider Brandon, who's your tops on this?
So tough.
Hero, do you have one?
Blue Beetle was my top.
Oh shoot!
If I can move it just to show my top, right? This is how personally I would put it. That feels right.
Ooh.
I was thinking about Fate too. I'm torn between Fate and Blue Beetle.
I would flip Manta and Beetle, and then I'd probably lock it down. But I may change my mind in a week or so.
I don't know when we get to watch Black Adam, Black Manta kick some major butt in Aquaman.
HBO Max.
HBO Max. Yeah, that feels right though. I still like that.
I don't think you can go wrong with the first three personally. The first three.
Yeah. Oh, man, that Black Manta suit is so good.
It just looks menacing, just from his whole pose like that too.
Yeah.
Is this weird that it kind of makes me want to see that Black Manta show? I wish they would have done. In a way.
Oh no, I wanted it. I just think that they didn't market it right. That's all.
Well, that's pretty on brand.
Yeah. It is Warner Brothers and DC, so
I like it though. This is great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there you have it. This is our tier list for the DCU rankings part 2. There probably won't be a part 3 because at that point we're gonna be picking scraps and very hidden characters. But if you guys do want a part 3, let us know in the comment section. Let us know on our social medias, on Discord. Make sure you follow us there because we have a lot of community events. We do a lot of stuff. It's fun. We want to hear from you, so make sure you're there. But until the next tier list, everybody, make sure you keep watching. Make sure you keep reading. You keep nerding out. We will see you next time.